Now that is an unbroken mirror on a 2023 Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak. I did say Pikes Peak, right? And on the right side, this is what's missing. Right here is the mirror. Well, after several weeks, here is the part for the right mirror. That is the price, that's the MSRP. With tax, this is what I paid. I got a little 10% discount, I guess you can say. So today, it'll be a quick one. We're gonna replace this broken mirror with this brand new mirror right here. And if you remember, and I'll put a link above, that's when this mirror and this bike fell against this toolbox and broke my mirror. So let's get started. So technically all you really need for this is an 8mm hex head. That's it. But me being me, I'm going to torque it to specifications. What are the specs for this bolt, you ask? Great question. Well, according to the manufacturer Ducati, this should be 40 Newton meters. Read them right there if it'll ever focus, 40 Newton meters. Since this is the right-hand mirror, you have to keep one thing that you have to remember here, and keep this in mind, is that this is reverse threaded. So this is not lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. This is righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. Why? Well, let's take a look why. Because the wind will be pushing it this way, and you always want it to push in the direction that it's tightening. Otherwise, mirrors would vibrate loose and loosen up all the time if this was threaded normal. So this is reverse threads. So one thing to be careful with is that have your hands ready and don't let this go upside down or drip out, because this reservoir is attached right here, and let's get this out and get the new mirror on top of it. And by the way, this does not require any Loctite or grease. You just torque it to specs. If it had grease or Loctite or something, it would be right here, just like you see there on some other products with the torque specs for the Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak. I'm also going to show you the right way to route this wire and where it's going to connect. It's going to connect right here. So we're going to take off this little band so we can work with this easier and then put it back in place. That one right there. So one of the things you should do is look at the angle that this is coming off so that you match it up on that side before you snug it down. The best way to do that is to sit on the bike and, hey, finger, and do it that way. And it'll look like that. You want to get them nice and even and about the exact same angle. You can always mess around with it once you get it snugged up. Then get out the big guns. Remember, 40 Newton meters, and let's get this snugged down. And remembering that this is reverse threaded. Don't forget that. There it is, 40. Now, as far as the wire is concerned, all right, I like to run it down underneath here so that it's keeping as straight as possible underneath this area, and then it's ready to get plugged in. Once you have these connected, time to put the rubber band back on. And there you go, it's back on. Go ahead, adjust the mirrors to your liking. I like to do it out on the street, and you are good to go. And really the last thing you should do would be to turn the bike on, make sure the lights come on, all right? And so it looks like it's working. Don't see any fault codes coming up. I think I'm good to go. And this is actually something that you would do routinely if you take the Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak or any V4, V4S, it doesn't matter, to the track, because that's how you take them on and off to go to the track, disconnect the wires. It's not a big deal. They're easy, piece of cake. But one thing that I'm going to tell you that you're going to have to do when you take these off, when you're going to go to the track. Keep 2 washers available, because what happens is this bolt is too long when the mirror is removed, and it leaves this really loose. So once you remove the mirror to go to the track, before you put this bolt, well, after you put the bolt back in, on top of this little bracket here, you're gonna put these two washers and put the bolt through these two washers. That's one thing you're definitely gonna have to do. Otherwise, this is gonna be bouncing all over the place. You just need this because, again, the bolt's a little bit too long. That's it. This is Rainbow. Please like, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. And have a good day. Bye-bye.